Whenever people talk about Bahia, the first thing that comes to many people's minds is its rich culture, its natural beauty, and of course, the talent of its artists. But have you ever wondered who are the richest Bahian artists who, in addition to carrying the contagious energy and undeniable talent of the state, has also managed to turn their career into a true financial empire? In today's video, we will dive into this universe and find out which are the richest artists in Bahia, those who shone so much on stage, in the studios, and on the screens that they achieved impressive fortunes. Each one has a unique story, full of achievements, hard work, and of course, a lot of success. And it's not just about numbers or money, but about how these talents represent the cultural strength of Bahia and Brazil around the world. Oh, and before continuing, take the opportunity to give that like to the video, because this helps the channel a lot to grow and reach more people. If you are not yet subscribed, click on the subscribe button and activate the bell so you don't miss any content like this. And if you find the information interesting, share it with your friends and on social networks. It's a simple way to support our work and make sure more people know the brilliance of these amazing artists. Agreed? So let's go. Ivete Sangalo is, without a doubt, one of the greatest icons of Brazilian music, and her fortune is between Audi Otsaut, $300 million and $350 million. The singer was born in Juazeiro, Bahia, and began her musical career in the 90s. But it was from the early 2000s that she really exploded on the national scene. Her irreverent style, her energy on stage, and her powerful voice won the hearts of Brazilians. Ivete was one of the main responsible for the popularization of Axé outside Bahia, and also ventured into other musical styles, such as samba, and even Ivete is not only a successful singer, but also a businesswoman with vision. It has advertising contracts with giant brands, such as the Skol Brewery, and has been sponsored by companies such as Coca-Cola and Fiat. In addition, she diversified her operations with the creation of her own products, such as perfumes and cosmetics, and also with her clothing line. His concert schedule is always full, with performances at major festivals and even outside Brazil. The success on stage, added to her commercial partnerships and investments, made Ivete reach a high and consolidated financial level. Claudia Leite is another Axé star who has conquered Brazil and the world. Born in São Gonçalo do Amarante, Bahia, Claudia began her career in the band Banda Ai, but it was when she launched herself as a solo singer that she really made history. His fortune is between $150 million and $200 million. Claudia broke out in Brazil in the early 2000s with hits such as Extravasa, Beijar na Boca, and Pássaros. She has an incredible ability to connect with the public, whether on stage or on social media, which has made her one of the most beloved artists in Brazil. In addition, Claudia is very active in the business world. She has her own clothing line, makes advertising contracts with major brands, and has partnered with companies such as Oi, Shin, Fiat, and many others. These contracts made her one of the highest paid artists in Brazil, contributing to her impressive fortune. Gilberto Gil, an icon of Brazilian and world music, is another great Bahian who has built a considerable fortune throughout his career. His fortune is estimated at $100 million to $150 million. Gil is known for his enormous musical versatility, with hits ranging from samba to reggae, from MPB to rock. He was one of the founders of the Tropicalist movement in the 60s, alongside Caetano Veloso, and his international career also contributed to its success. In addition to his musical career, Gil was Minister of Culture of Brazil from 2003 to 2008, which further expanded his visibility and network of contacts. He also invests in several projects and has already made commercial partnerships with renowned brands. Over the years, Gil has maintained his image as a cultural icon, which has guaranteed him a constant source of income in addition to his work as a singer and songwriter. Caetano Veloso, along with Gilberto Gil, is one of the biggest names in Brazilian music. His fortune is also between $100 million and $150 million. Caetano began his career in the 1960s and was one of the key figures of the Tropicalist movement, which revolutionized Brazilian music. Throughout his career, Caetano has released more than 30 albums and performed in several countries, which has made him accumulate a huge fan base around the world. In addition to his musical career, Caetano has a successful career as a writer. and cultural activist. He is known for his strong views on politics, art, and culture, which keeps him at the center of cultural discussions in Brazil and abroad. His fortune also comes from advertising contracts, album sales, and concerts around the world, as well as his ability to diversify his sources of income over the years. Carlinhos Brown is one of the biggest names in Brazilian music, being one of the most respected artists not only for his music, but also for his work as a producer, composer, and businessman. His fortune is estimated at 100 million to 150 million. Carlinhos is one of the main responsible for the popularization of samba, reggae, and axé throughout Brazil. He started his musical career in the 80s and since then has conquered the audience with his originality and energy on stage. In addition to his solo work, Carlinhos Brown is the creator of the group Timbalada, which revolutionized the Bahian carnival with its percussions and engaging beats. His career as a producer and songwriter was also very successful. He has worked with big names in music, such as Ivete Sangalo, Caetano Veloso, and even singer Shakira. Brown also has a career as an entrepreneur and invests in various projects in the field of music and culture. His fortune is driven by his music, his productions, and his commercial partnerships with renowned brands. Daniela Mercury is one of the most respected artists in Brazilian music. His fortune is estimated between $80 million to $120 million. She started her career in the 80s, but it was in the 90s that she really established herself as an axé star. Daniela has a large fan base and is known for her powerful voice and stage presence. In addition to her work as a singer, Daniela Mercury also invests in several areas. She has done advertising campaigns for major brands and has a very strong personal marketing job. Daniela is also known for her activism and her support for various social causes, which keeps her relevant in the Brazilian cultural scene. Bel Marques, former lead singer of the band Chiclete com Banana, is one of the biggest names in Bahian carnival and music in Brazil. His fortune is estimated between $70 million to $100 million. Bel began his career in the 80s and was one of the pioneers of axé, taking his music to different parts of Brazil and the world. His solo career was also very successful, with hits that continue to rock carnival to this day. Bel Marques continues to be one of the most sought-after artists for the biggest events in Brazil. He is one of the richest and most influential musicians in the country, and his fortune also comes from investments in licensed products and business partnerships with renowned brands. Leo Santana, born in Salvador, is one of the most recent artists on this list, but who has already accumulated an impressive fortune, estimated at $100 million. He began his career as the lead singer of the band Parangolé and quickly stood out with hits that dominated carnival, such as Revelation. Since he started his solo career, Leo has become one of the biggest names in Bahian Pagode and one of the most requested artists for events and concerts throughout Brazil. His wealth comes from a combination of high fees for performances, many of them at major festivals and carnival, and advertising contracts with national and international brands. He also invests in real estate and maintains a strong social media presence, which opens doors for lucrative partnerships with brands. We cannot fail to mention Durval Lely, the charismatic former lead singer of the band Asa de Aguia. Born in Salvador, Durval is an icon of axé and was one of those responsible for transforming the Bahian Carnival into a gigantic event known worldwide. During the years of success with the band, he scored numerous hits and drew crowds behind the trio Elétrico. Today, even in a solo career, Durval continues to play shows and accumulate an impressive fortune, estimated at $90 million. In addition to music, he is known for his entrepreneurial streak, investing in businesses and events, which has helped to further consolidate his financial position. Saulo Fernandes began his career as the lead singer of Banda Eva, one of the most important groups of axé in the 90s. He was the voice behind many hits that marked carnival and Bahian music, such as Beleza Rara and Cavalo de Pau. In 2010, Saulo decided to pursue a solo career, and this decision was crucial to his growth as an artist. His fortune is estimated between $50 million and $60 million. Saulo's transition to a solo career was very successful, and he soon established himself as one of the biggest names in axé, releasing hits such as Anunciação and Solitario. In addition to his concerts and record sales, Saulo is also very active on social networks, where he has a legion of followers. It also invests in other areas and has commercial partnerships with brands of clothing, beverages, and other products. His fortune is also boosted by these partnerships, which guarantee extra income beyond the concerts. Luis Caldas is one of the pioneers of Axe and reggae in Brazil. Born in Salvador, he began his career in the 80s when Axe was beginning to establish itself as one of the most popular musical genres in Brazil. Luis Caldas was responsible for bringing Jamaican reggae to Brazil and also for creating a unique style that mixes Axe with reggae and pop. His fortune is estimated at between $40 million and $50 million. His greatest success came with the release of the album Festa in 1992, which became a great phenomenon and marked his career. Luis Caldas is also known for his energy on stage and his eclectic musical style, which has won fans in various parts of Brazil. In addition, he has a very strong personal marketing job, which has helped secure a solid position in the market. His fortune comes not only from selling records and concerts, but also from his ability to manage his career and invest in business partnerships. Who also deserves to be highlighted is Margareth Menezes, one of the most respected artists in Bahia. Margareth was born in Salvador and began her career in the 1980s, mixing samba reggae with Afro-Brazilian rhythms. Despite not being as mediatic as other Axe artists, Margareth is extremely influential in the cultural scene and has performed in several countries. With her art and authenticity, she managed to build a fortune estimated at $50 million accumulated. With album sales, international tours, and cultural projects, Margareth is also a great supporter of Afro-Brazilian culture and founded the Iao Market, a space dedicated to valuing local handicrafts and music. One of the names that deserves to be highlighted when we talk about the richest artists in Bahia is Netinho, a true legend of Axe. He was born in Santo Antonio de Jesus and reached the peak of success in the 1990s with hits that marked generations such as Mila and Menina. Netinho was one of the first Bahian artists to take Axe to all of Brazil, performing at major festivals and television programs. His fortune is estimated at $45 million accumulated through concerts, record sales, and copyrights. Despite having faced some health problems, Netinho continues to be a reference in the music scene and continues to play concerts and special events, showing that his charisma and talent remain intact. Among the most popular names of the new generation is Ivete Sangalo, but along with her comes Pablo, known as the King of Sofrencia. Born in Candeias, Bahia, Pablo was one of those responsible for popularizing Arocha throughout Brazil, with songs full of emotion that touched the hearts of his fans. His unique style and intense performances have ensured a solid fan base and many invitations to concerts and events. Pablo has already accumulated a fortune estimated at $40 million as a result of his extensive schedule of performances and the success of his songs on digital platforms. Despite a more regional style, he conquered Brazil and showed that romantic music has strength. Another emblematic figure of Bahian music that deserves to be remembered is Alceu Valença. Born in Salvador, he is one of the artists who brought Northeastern music to the general public, mixing foro, frevo, and maracatu in his compositions. Although Alceu has gained greater national projection outside Bahia, his Bahian roots are present in his songs and musical influences. With an estimated fortune of $40 million, he has built a solid net worth through decades of sold-out tours, record sales, and participation in major festivals. His music has transcended generations and continues to be enjoyed by audiences of all ages. Tyrone, one of the most recent stars of Bahian music, also deserves to be mentioned. He was born in Cachoeira in the Recôncavo Baiano and became one of the great names of Arocha, a genre that conquered Brazil. With her striking voice and lyrics that speak of love and suffering, Tyrone has built a solid career and a loyal fan base. His fortune is estimated at $30 million, the result of his intense schedule of concerts, musical partnerships, and success on digital platforms. Tyrone has stood out for selling out events and bringing a contemporary touch to Arocha, keeping the genre relevant in the music scene. And of course, we cannot fail to mention Sarah Jane, another pioneer of Axe. She was born in Salvador and was one of the first women to gain prominence in this musical genre. Her song Aroda was one of the biggest hits of the 1980s, and Sarah Jane was one of those responsible for paving the way for many women in Bahian music. With a career that mixes artistic success and striving for the appreciation of accès, Sarah Jane accumulates a fortune estimated at $25 million earned with concerts, record sales, and participation in cultural events. She is also well remembered for her authenticity and the strength she brought to the accès movement at the beginning of her career. We can't forget Denny Danan, former lead singer of Timbalada, who also left his mark on Bahian music. Born in Salvador, Denny began his career as a percussionist and stood out by taking over the vocals of Timbalada, a band created by Carlinhos Brown. For years, he led great performances in Brazil and abroad, taking the unique sound of Bahian percussion to the world. After pursuing a solo career, Denny continued to draw crowds and cemented his name in the music scene. His fortune is estimated at $25 million, accumulated through concerts, copyrights, and advertising contracts. Another big name that cannot be left out is Marcia Freire, one of the most striking female voices of accès. Born in Salvador, she was the lead singer of the band Cheiro de Amor during the 1990s and stood out with songs that are still remembered today in carnivals, such as Vai Sacudir, Vai Abalar. Marcia also invested in her solo career and continued to be successful on stage, especially in retro accès events, which celebrate the music of this golden age. With an estimated fortune of $20 million, she built her wealth through concerts and tours that marked her trajectory. These artists, in addition to being giants of music, knew how to take advantage of their fame and the potential of their careers to accumulate considerable fortunes. They are examples of how talent, business acumen, and hard work can turn artistic success into financial success. Bahia, with its cultural richness, continues to produce talents that shine in Brazil and in the world. So, did you like to meet the 20 richest artists in Bahia? It is incredible to see how Bahian talent crosses borders, conquers hearts, and of course, generates impressive fortunes. Each of these artists, with their unique stories, showed that dedication, passion for music, and entrepreneurial vision can transform lives. Not only do they represent the cultural strength of Bahia, but they are also an inspiration for those who believe in the power of art and hard work. Bahia is not only the cradle of contagious rhythms and great joy, but also of great icons that take our culture to the world. Now, I want to know from you, which of these artists is your favorite? Or is there any other name that you think deserved to be on the list? Tell me in the comments. I love to know your opinion. And who knows, your comment won't appear in the next video. And of course, if you like this content, don't forget to leave the like. This helps the channel a lot to grow and reach more people passionate about Bahian music and culture. Oh, and if you are not subscribed yet, take the opportunity now to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. That way you don't miss any new videos and stay on top of more amazing trivia, stories, and lists like this one. Share this video with friends, family, and your social networks. Spreading this cultural wealth is a way of valuing even more the talent that is born here in our land. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. See you there.